Mm. 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 Mm.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Okay, ready? Let's go now.
Now Penix to the air right away. Escaping the pressure right. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
60 by 6.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Back to throw, Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they... They have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. Oh, able to avoid him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Howell. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Howell from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. In motion, the tight end. And Howell will throw it. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Hawk 7. Hawk 7. Take go.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
To the air, Penix. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go play action here with Penix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Cardinal, 18, Dragon 60. 19, Lion.
Throwing here, Howell. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown at the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
First down, here's the run with Cook. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Falcons 14, Seahawks 7.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 18, Pioneer. Ready. 60 Bison. 18, Rattler. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Faking the handoff, Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 31, here's second and a couple. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Got a man, it's London. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Robinson up the middle. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to Robinson now on first down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw, Penix. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll throw with Penix. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. And he got a little aggressive.
Pystyisikin do pitchiä, ty vole.
That quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 9. Operating from the gun, Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Kurva, vole, čo skurvenej dílej, vole, to hodíš piča, nevím ani kde.
And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Howell. It's caught to Charles. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Howell down to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In motion goes the tight end. Howell out of the shotgun. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And his throw is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Metcalf motions left. Now he'll look to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he gets this up past the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Powell from the gun. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Timberwolf. Hut, hut.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Dragon 60. Ready, ready.
And Howe will throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
19 Lions.
Metcalf motions left.
Go.
Back to throw. Howell. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Check, Panther. Hey, check that. Check go.
Cook. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 21-yard.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go. Set.
To the air, Penix. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
18 right here. 18 back. 18 back. 60 back. 60 back.
Now Penix. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And marking down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing here, Howell. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
At the Falcons' 14-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Mustang 19.
Howell, third and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Penix working out of the gun here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Let's go now. Cut that team. Cut that team.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Penix.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Looking to throw, Penix.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Howell. A short throw caught by Andrews. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Howell swinging this out wide here for Cook. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Here we go.
Howell to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Howell. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
60 by 6.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. London holds this one in. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big game.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He's back to throw. Got a man, it's London. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different